Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees. I'm out here walking around the bee yard today, and the temperature shows about 57 degrees, but it's really windy, and it feels like it's more like 45 degrees. So the bees just aren't flying much. I pulled this hive off here. I wanted to show how, and this goes to show right here how the moisture has got into the hive a little bit. It's ventilated well, so most of it does come up, but some will also come up on these caps on the inside. You can see here where it accumulates on the lid, and it'll drip down and it'll condensate down in the dry sugar. Now this feeder's kind of a mess, I understand that, but you gotta remember it's been overwintered, so these haven't been cleaned out since fall, which you just can't clean them out in the middle of the winter like that. So yes, they are a little bit dirty. So you can see the sugar here has been eaten down pretty low. There's not a whole lot left. You can see the bees there coming up, and they seem really docile. They don't seem to be mean or aggravated today. They're probably just glad to get out of the hive. So we'll put the lid back on this and leave them alone. Let them feed a little bit. Okay, here's another hive. Of course, if you notice, you know, the red maple has bloomed. I've been talking about that now for 2 weeks. These are due. I'm way behind on everything. These should have already had sugar on them, but they've not. Sugar water. So within the next couple of days, that's what I plan on doing. The weather's just been so horrible and so wet, and you just can hardly move down here because it's so wet. But see how you can tell the bees are, and when I talked about this is a time of year where you really need to watch, because your bees can starve out fast. That's why we always have this little insurance policy in there through the winter in these hive top rapid feeders. That works very well. You can see they're really working on that sugar. They're tunneled in, and more than likely they're pretty hungry. So we got to get sugar water. We got to get down here and get all this mess cleaned out, get the sugar water on them, and let them go. It's not supposed to rain for the next 3 or 4 days, so we should be in good shape as far as going ahead and putting the sugar water to them. Of course the GEESEs are following me. It's funny, I think I may have told this story before, but you know, that's the female geese that I had. I got her when she wasn't very old, and well, she's about half grown probably, and ever since he's come in the yard, she quit following me. And now, of course, she only follows him. And anytime I get even close to her, he gets really offensive. And watch him. There he goes. See? He don't like that. He'll put himself in between me and her. He doesn't want me around her. He's very jealous. It's kind of funny. The goose being jealous. But anyway, you can see that the yard definitely needs some attention. It needs mowed. It's going to take several hours of work to get this yard back in shape. It's getting crunch time, because it won't be long. This yard will be full explosion. You know, the bees, when they start coming out and we start doing splits on these overwintered nukes, they're going to take off like crazy. And they love eating those weeds. There he goes, watch. I'm not gonna get your woman. Funny. Okay. We got a little situation right here. Have no idea. I just walked up on it. Seen it from back there when I was filming the geese, and I don't know what the deal is here, but we got some bees that are just kind of, I don't know how friendly they're going to be. Guess I'll find out. I didn't come with a hood on or anything. That'd be I have no idea. I'm not sure really what happened here. Let's see if I can spread them out here on the back up just a minute, let them calm down. They may not like that. See if there's a possible queen. I mean, there's no reason for them to swarm for sure, but you just never know. Something could have happened to their nest. Guess we'll find out here. See a big old fat drone right there. Let's see. You can feel the heat if you ever get the opportunity to do this, which most people's like heck no. But the heat that these bees generate. Not seeing any queens. I see a big old drone. Not sure. Back up a little, calm down a little bit. Okay, let's see what we got under the hood. We got a situation here. I don't know what it is. Okay, they're not. I don't know. It's almost like the little hive has absconded, but not really sure. I'll be honest with you. Kind of digging for a queen. Not seeing any. Well, I know the hive underneath has bees for sure. I just had looked. Let's hope maybe to move them around a little bit and see if there was a queen right there, but I'm not seeing any. Right there, see, there's one with pollen, like it was coming in for a reason to come into the hive, but I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. They're right there. There she is. Okay, you see her right here? Now I'm not sure what happened. Why they left their hive. I don't know. I mean, it's been cold out, it's been rainy. Now here's a possibility. A box could have got blowed over somewhere. There's one possibility that I'm just not seeing. And they could have flew out today and just, you know, haven't really know where to go. One possibility. A hive could have got bumped. It could have took in a bunch of water. That's another possibility. It could be overrun with moisture. So I'm thinking, I'm looking around, trying to pan around the yard here, and I'm not seeing anything blowed over. I'll just have to dig later on and figure it out. But right now, we got to figure out what to do with this little teeny tiny swarm. And the way that is acting there, I knew there was a queen in there. I just wasn't seeing her. And I turned my head there and say I lost her that quick. Well, it's basically a swarm in February that, you know, something has happened. We got a call there a couple weeks ago, and of course we didn't go get it, but somebody else did. They'd cut a tree down, and the same thing happened. Bees absolutely had nowhere to go. And we called somebody, and they went over and picked the hive up and put it in a box. Well, she's in there somewhere, but I'm going to put this on pause, and I'm going to see what I can dig up for these girls. Okay. What I've done, this was a dead out. This was one of my 2 frame dead outs. And here's a comb. There's nothing wrong with it. This frame looks good. And watch how, once they sense what this is here, I'll try to kind of get them going up on it just a little bit. Sorry about my angle, I'm looking at the bees instead of my... Okay, let's see if we can... It's cold out. These bees, it's a good thing I saw them. Right there's, I spotted the queen, if I can get a hold of her. Let's hope they're nice. I don't have a veil. I'm trying to look through the camera at the same time, and you'll probably be looking at this video going, right there she is, and I'm just not. They keep covering her up and I'm not seeing her. But they will crawl over regardless. They'll go over and they'll get right on this frame. And they'll be happy to, because they have nowhere to go. So within a couple minutes, I'll coax them over there a little bit. Especially get that queen on there. She may have already walked underneath and up on the frame. We'll find out here in a minute. These are the type of bees right here that I promise you is an absolute pleasure to work with. Right there she is. We'll get her on the... Sorry about my camera moving around there. I wasn't watching through my camera. Okay. But anyway, all we can really do is get these bees to go up on the frame. And we've got a handful right here. And I'm going to put them in that little tiny mini nuke right there. I'm going to go dig up some honey and put in there and do the same thing. They're starting to climb on there. Well, I guess I could say this is my first swarm of the year. February, what is today? Today's the Sunday, February 23rd, I think. I'm probably wrong, but just guessing. But anyway, these bees, I tell you, if I just can't say enough about them. I mean, you see me barehanded working there, and if I could flip they's flying up in my face. I mean, that's what I have on. I got my Barnyard bee hoodie, and I had no reason to come down here. I was just walking down to take a look around, see what was going on today. And when I was up here talking about these geese, messing around with those geese, I looked down and I seen the ball of bees hanging right there. I thought, uh-oh, something's going on. Let's go investigate. So what we got to do is basically try to get these bees over on this frame, and I'm going to drop it right in here. So we got the queen on there, so I'm going to go ahead and move it over. I'm hoping she's still hanging on there, but I'll look real close here in a second, and I'm going to drop a frame. It's very tiny. I mean, if something like that survives the size it is, but the way I am, I'm one of those, if they have a chance, I'll give them that chance. I just can't let them go. That's just how I am. I can't do that. So even though they may possibly not have much of a chance, I'm still going to give them that chance and that opportunity to survive. And if they don't, then I've tried. And I think that's the attitude we all need to take when it comes to bees, is have that attitude as you're going to try and you're going to do what you can for them. Look how they're on the inside of this lid right here. Let's just scrape them down in that box. Okay. Well, we got our queen in there. I'm gonna go dig up a frame of honey, and we're going to drop it in there and let them go. And I won't draw out the video anymore, but you can see right there, goodness gracious, the bees are, they're so gentle. I honestly never took, and you can investigate my hands here, they're all chapped and dried out. I didn't take the first sting. I'm doing that, not the first sting. I can actually, it looks almost like a stinger right there on my sleeve, but I'm not sure. But nothing hit my skin for sure. But anyway, we'll go ahead and end the video. That just by chance that happened. So you saw it happen as I was out here piddling around. I looked around and saw that ball of bees and thought, well, we'll turn this into a swarm catcher and video in February. But if you need any of these bees, folks, you will love them. They are absolute pleasure to work with. I don't know any stock of bees that you can get away with what you get away with these bees. They're bar none the best. And we got the packages and the nukes at barnyardbees.com, or call our store 706-971-2700. We'll get them shipped out to you. We've sold a lot of them. People are going crazy after our bees. I've had nothing but positive reports from our queens and from our packages and nukes. You will absolutely love them. So don't forget, we have tools. Don't forget our coffee bee chat March 16th at the store. The bee chat is, I haven't really explained in the last couple of videos. People come in the store and we just chit chat. And we educate people and new beekeepers, advanced beekeepers, whoever comes in. We'll talk about bees and discuss things, and people come in and learn a lot in those 4 hours. And we have those about once a month. We'll have one in March, April, May, and probably in June. So we usually have 4. We'll try to squeeze in some later summer and fall this year as well. So don't forget, click on the little bell, like, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Barnyard Bees.